everybody, and thank you for clicking on the video. This is my second video today about the election because I see so much despair and so much anger and sadness among black people. And so all I'm saying is chin up. The battle is not yours. You know, we sing that song in church. Who is it? Yolanda Adams? The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. I was disappointed because I hoped that Kamala would win, and she had my support. I wanted her to win. But this is not the first time I've been disappointed by the outcome of an election. And every time I've been disappointed, I processed the information and got on with my own life. So my life has never been truly affected by a presidential election. But now there are those who are blaming various ones for Kamala not winning. And I came across this video and I thought, wow, she is really angry. And I know she's going to have to step back and recalibrate and pull it together, because this is America. This is how our democracy works. I think this is the most comprehensive rant that I've heard.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family. Whether you were here legally or not, you gotta go. I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to murder you. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. They can't afford to bury you. Dig a hole in their backyard. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump. Don't look for nobody else. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and women who voted for him, don't take it. If you got kids, they're just going to be motherless. That's how it is. This isn't America anymore, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's J.D. Vance. Because trust and believe, within a year, you're not going to see Trump anymore. He's either going to be, and they're going to say it's illness or he died in his sleep, it's natural causes, or they're just going to let him spaz out and do the 25th. And that's when we're really going to be in the handmaid's tale. So I really hope all of you who voted for him, you get exactly what.
Well, she told us exactly how she felt. She called out everybody that she thought failed Kamala. The only problem with these kinds of rants is that we have to keep in mind that everybody has free will and they have the right to vote for whomever they want to vote for whatever reason. What we can do is to solidify our strength. Black men, 78% voted for Kamala, and for black women, it was probably 90-something%. We did what we could do for the reason that we thought it was the best thing for us and for the country. So we took a stand, and as the song goes, when you've done all that you can, you just stand. So that's what we got to do now. We just got to stand and stand together. And though many are discouraged, I would encourage you not to become bitter. Let's go back down memory lane for just a moment. In September of 1862, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which was to go into effect January 1st of 1863. which was to free our enslaved ancestors that were living in states that were in rebellion against the United States. We can only imagine what that time was like, but we must remember what those times must have been like, and then think about then and where we've come from then till now. We never had the same equality as white Americans, but look where we have come from, and our story is still being written. So we have to stay on our game, stay focused on what we're supposed to be doing, because the prophecy is going to unfold. However events of this world are supposed to unfold, they're going to unfold. And as difficult as it might seem for some, this period in American history has to unfold. They've been talking about a civil war. They've been talking about doing this, and they've been talking about doing something if Trump didn't get elected. Okay, so now he's elected. Now let's see what's going to happen. Because trust and believe, anything that happens that's not right for America is going to affect everybody, not just black people. So let the good times roll, and let's just see how it all turns out. I believe that I'm right when I say that one of the main problems, if not the main problem, with white American men right now is the low birth rate of white Americans. And I believe we're going to see that play itself out in ways that we can't imagine right now. But let's keep our eyes open. But we will be okay. We will be okay. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and have a good evening.